The world of combat sports, it gets increasingly more violent, more interesting, right? Because we're humans. We got to keep going and pushing the limits and figuring out exactly where this world is going to take us. If you remember back in the day, Bruce Lee came onto the scene. He made Kung Fu all the rage. But the Kung Fu that Bruce Lee brought to the stage, it was violent, it was real, it was raw, right? So Taekwondo dudes, those Koreans, thought about things. They decided to mix some stuff up. They McDojoed Taekwondo. As a 7-year-old, I had a red belt. What did that mean, right? Boxing, kickboxing, brutal. Always have been, always will be. But we had to push past that. We had to add in some of that grappling. Jiu-jitsu burst onto the scene at the UFC when a little-known Royce Gracie came on and started tapping everybody out. Jiu-jitsu blasted its way into America. Little did you guys know, but Pride already existed, and they were picking people up and body slamming them onto the canvas. Rampage, thank you for the greatest slam in combat sports history. Still one of my favorite slams I've ever seen. But where does this evolution take us? Where do we go from there? I saw a pop with M1, but they kind of dropped the ball. They didn't really push their new concept anywhere. Fast forward, and on my feed, I see dudes looking like medieval knights in a cage, beating the crap out of each other. That's right. There is a thing now called armored MMA. This exists. Apparently it's been going on for 4 years. Let's take a look at it. Oh. Ground and pound is next level with armored MMA. Dude throws his opponent down, ground and pounds him. He need him in his head. Like, metal on metal contact begs the question, where do we go from here, right? Those are swords and shields. That's some real shenanigans. We're going to have to take a look at the rule set. So now we got to look at armored MMA rule sets. So striking points. Head strikes, 2 points. Sword, shield, gauntlet, kicks, all to the head, 2 points. Body shots, 2 points. Sword, punches, and kicks. Arm strike, 1 point. Hand shot, 0 points. Leg shots, 1 point. Checked kicks and blocked punches, 0 points. Headbutts. Okay, that's what's up. Headbutts, 1 point. Pommel strike, hitting with the butt of your sword, 1 strike. Throws, 3 points. Takedown on dominant position, 2 points. While dominant position, you get 2 points if you're staying on top. Non-dominant position strikes, 1 point. Headbutt on ground, 0 points. Jumping on a ground opponent, no points. All right, I've not watched an insane amount of this yet. Let's take a look at one of their matches. I found one that's around my weight class. I doubt these guys actually cut weight. I don't know. But anyway, so this fight is at the 175-pound weight class. Looks like they've got swords and shields. Let's kind of take a look at it and see how it goes.
Bias if you haven't noticed. Got the little manuscript crazy-eyed rabbit.
The really significant.
All right, so 175 pounds, swords and shields. Let's see how this fight gets underway. I'm looking forward to watching some serious carnage here. I'm also curious about how long the rounds are. It seems like 2-minute rounds. 2-minute rounds with, again, what looks to be a lot of armor on.
The really significant difference here in this fight
2-minute
is
rounds. Let's see.
Antonio Pinedo. Difference here in this fight is Antonio Pinedo has 9 years experience versus John's 4. The close
9 years of experience versus 4. I am not sure if that means like LARPing, live action role playing, where they run around and smack each other with foam things, or if that means he is going to like Renaissance festivals around the U.S. and fighting other dudes in shields and armor.
And they touch tips.
They touch tips.
Sportsmanship has been on hand.
Touching tips.
They're gauging each other, and of course, pacing is everything.
Yep. 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Man, he's like a boxer right there. He's got great footwork, light on his toes.
He is
Antonio
springy
is.
on his feet.
Yep, John's explosive, though.
Wow.
John has some power behind those punches and those strikes.
Antonio's reading him. That's impressive.
Yeah, he's very evasive.
A whole other 5 years in the sport can make that difference.
Yeah, look at setting up level changes, too. John trying to use that size to get that takedown. Nice, and he succeeds. Beautiful. It's a scramble. It's a scramble.
Fighting for dominance.
Headbutt,
There we
headbutt
go.
there from John. Nice. It looks
There we
Antonio's
go.
Locked up to where he
That's
can't really do
great ground
anything. So
defense.
good takedown.
Wonderful ground defense.
All right, so it seems like we only get about 10-ish seconds on the ground to do things. I don't think it would be too difficult if you're on bottom to wrap somebody up, right? And protect yourself. Yeah, and interesting so far. Came out with a flurry. And I assume it's for point scoring purposes mainly, because it doesn't look like they're actually doing that much damage to each other. Me personally, I'm already kind of thinking of how I would act in this situation and what my strategy would be. So mulling things over. Let's go.
Great defense.
And we're back off to it. Here we go. Here we go. John coming in to use that shield. Good block.
Working around his foot. Oh,
Good teep. Good strike with that.
Oh.
rear hand
He's
there.
returning favor there.
Nice shield
Jumping in and
strike.
out.
That's what I love right there.
Looks like
That's
Antonio's
awesome.
kind of thinking a little bit, trying to figure out what he's going to do. Bait him a little bit into his game.
Which is
John's
just what you want to
charging.
see. These
Yep,
longer
see,
rounds
right there, he committed.
Yep.
He got him over committed. Wow. Yep, now John's trying to use that size, press him against the cage. Create that pressure.
No, but yep.
Yeah, nice.
Nice trip.
judo throw.
Antonio.
Nice judo throw from Antonio.
And he's back on his feet.
Yeah,
He can
he's
get those
hitting him.
strikes.
Oh,
He just hit him in the back. Hold on. He just cracked him in the head, or in the back of the head with his sword. All right. I'll let it go. Didn't see nothing. Let's keep moving.
Beautiful, getting those extra points in as he getting up.
It's timed very well. It's a long
Both
time.
of these fighters
it's a
are
long
springing
time.
and recovering very well, though.
Yeah, they're definitely not staying on the ground wrong at all.
No.
John's going for that takedown. Trying
Yeah,
to
remember,
get that shield under his
trips,
armpit.
throws,
Trying to
things
reverse
like that,
to the back. It
takedowns
looks like
score lots of
there's a
points.
sword stuck in the cage. You see that? Sword stuck in the
that
cage.
happens.
Yeah, they're locked up pretty good. No points there. Okay, there's that headbutt. There's that takedown tip. And then John stuffs it. And that stop fight.
Very good. John heard it, instantly walked away, turned around.
Great first round, Bubba.
All right, first round. Interesting. I see a lot of things that, like, I want to say I could do, right? But I imagine that weight, that the weight of that armor is probably like a killer. I'm curious, though. I am curious about it. Looks like it could be a lot of fun.
Here we go, round number 2.
All right, round number
we
2.
start.
Let's go.
They touch tips.
Touching tips again. Gotta love the tip touching.
Heavy strikes.
That was
from
a
John.
very good Milanese encounter. Antonio's been blocking and striking. That's It's a little sparks there. All right.
Good smack from
John found his opening. They're pacing.
Yeah,
and testing
Antonio's
each other.
pacing it. I think Antonio's trying to bait again, get that takedown. maybe.
Scramble.
John
Ground pound with the shield.
There we go.
Headbutts.
Staying on top.
Headbutts are fun.
Antonio's trying to neutralize his arm so he can't get those points.
But that's exactly what happens, right? As soon as you go down, you got to grab a hold of the shield, the arm, whatever. Cover yourself. Makes sense.
Antonio got a little bit of frustration.
His shield broke.
Yep. I
We're
saw
going
him
to get
kind
that
of
fixed.
pound the ground with his fist there for a second, his gauntlet.
It's all right. We're going to get him a different shield.
His shield
It's
broke.
just a shame that that rabbit has to leave the ring.
I feel like
It's a shame when you have to.
I feel like the
switch out
shield, if it
shields.
breaks, like if your equipment breaks.
Oh, yeah.
it is-
Hold on here, guys. If your equipment breaks, I feel like, you know, tough luck. Now you don't have a shield, or now you have half a shield. Figure it out. Adapt. Overcome. Figure it out. Right? But, I mean, what do I know? I've never done this. I've never done this. So I'm just talking out of my ass. But still, adapt and overcome. All right, let's get back into it.
Here we go.
All right, we're back in action.
Like nothing happened.
Good. John is using
Rushing
that
him against the
drive, man.
cage
Just
makes
chopping
sense.
those legs dry, but
Putting his head forward, but
he gets that takedown again. But
Getting
it
the
is a
takedown.
dominant position.
Antonio can get there. He's in the defense. Good. No strike. That's it. 10 seconds on the ground and good defense.
Yep. Back up.
That can make a difference. If you go down, you can stop them from getting anything.
Did John get? He got those points for that
He
takedown.
got 2 points and then blocked. Love it. Oh.
I think Antonio, he's getting tired of the takedown game.
He is. He's assessing.
They look pretty
he's gonna
tired.
try to use his body weight
Look
against
pretty
him.
tired, but again, it's probably like 40 pounds of metal on them.
There we go.
Oh,
Good
knees.
Good knees, both
USA in the
knees.
crowd, but I want to give credit to our Mexico City fighter here. Coming all this way.
Yeah,
Putting
yeah.
on the show for our audience.
I fought in Mexico City one time. It was not chanted USA.
John,
Almost had that takedown.
he's got him on control on that.
They're locked.
Up,
Oh, Antonio,
up.
does he have that?
Yep.
Nope, no takedown. Almost takedown.
Small kicks coming from Antonio.
This is
They're in this,
grueling.
yeah, they're in this grapple bout. 10
10
seconds.
He's trying to
Yeah,
get that.
they're definitely getting tired here, which I mean, it's understandable. You can't hate these guys for this, right?
That's it.
There it is.
I think Antonio probably made a smart move and just got ahead and stopped him.
Yep.
All right, let's get to round number 3. They're certainly looking tired, a little bit gassed.
There we go.
On it all right
All
now.
right, here we go.
This is
Third
good.
and
This is
final
good
round.
stress. All right, here we go.
The microculture that gets out here when people like just create their own things.
The microculture. Nice.
Ooh,
Good strike from good strike from John. Good strike
That
to the
was a
body.
little risky. It kind of went to his eye hole, but it was fine.
Yeah, you definitely won't want to take any one of those to the eye.
Yeah, you don't want to take one of those in that. I agree.
We've had him sometimes slip through in grapples.
Headbutts. Headbutts against the cage. That is fun. I wonder what that sounds like to get hit with the metal on. It can't sound great, right?
Nice knee. That looked almost a little low. Yeah, that looked almost a little low.
Looked almost codpiece.
Did he just say cockpiece?
Gotta get something.
Trying to do that footwork to try to set up that takedown. Antonio sandbagging.
We call it a
against
cup.
the cage and trying to pull.
In
There's
my
that
world,
headbutt, man.
call it a cup.
There you go.
He loves that headbutt. He's
With the headbutts.
Put a lot in it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's grueling how locked up they are right now. When you're locked in that, unless you've been in the armor and felt it, it's hard to understand what we're saying in that regard.
He almost had that leverage. No,
Has he got it?
he's fighting for it.
Yeah, maybe a bailout. Maybe I would bail out if I could get loose and throw off some strikes.
I don't know what John's strategy is here, but he needs to get some strikes in. I know someone dropped weapon.
Then we got a weapon down.
Just pick it up yourself. That's
so
the
if you
work.
drop a weapon, you get a timeout.
Do we get points for the
You get
disarm?
a point for a disarm.
Bingo.
You do get a point for disarm. So if you drop your weapon, you, the other guy gets a point. Good stuff.
36 seconds left.
Those last 30 seconds.
Come on, guys. 30 seconds left. Let's see a flurry. Let's get wild. Nope. Ah, kinda. Spread. Break. Separate.
They are answering each other for
No.
each throw.
They're going to continue to grapple against the cage.
Oh,
He's got it. He's got it.
he's
Oh.
got it.
Oh. And he's just beating him at the shield. That's great. Oh. Ground and pound. Dominant position, ground and pound. Great stuff.
What a finish to the round. Man,
That's the end of the fight.
The point totals come out.
Yeah.
That is a hard thing to do. It's
Let's see where we're at here.
happy with your performance,
And
but you get to it.
John's awesome, man. That's what you were talking about earlier. I think he lost those 2 rounds. Then he won that 3rd round. Very good job. And John's fantastic too.
He just tried to jump the cage. Didn't work out too well. All right. Interesting fight. Interesting fight. I'm pretty positive I could beat these guys. I need a couple weeks of training, but either one of them, yes. Purely because I don't believe that they are the same caliber athletes that fight in the UFC or MMA. I just don't. I don't think that they're there. Again, though, I don't really know. In fact, let's do a quick search on these guys. Okay, John Stegmaier. Let's just do this. John Stegmaier, MMA. Okay, so you got him in armored MMA, but I am not seeing him. I'm not seeing him in any sort of actual, no Tapology, no Share Dog, just armored MMA. Let's try boxing. Let's see if he's got some boxing in there. Boxing. Armored MMA highlights. Nashville. So there's a bunch of, let's have a look here. I don't see anything with boxing either. Let's try jiu-jitsu. Anything? Nope. I mean, he's popping up. He's popping up. Turns out he has a YouTube, so let's go check out his YouTube. What's up, John? What's going on with your YouTube here? X fight and broken bones, so much destruction. Jesus. So it looks like he's pretty exclusively tanked up with armor on, swords, axes, shields, and shit. Just doing some Viking crap and going to battle. Which, hey, hats off to you, man. I think that is wonderful. I think that's awesome. However, have you ever fought a real fighter? And I say real fighter because I want to go ahead and make the statement that armored MMA is an emerging sport, a new sport, and I don't believe that you have the same level of competition in medieval MMA as you do in, let's say, MMA in general, right? Boxing in general. So I am curious. I'm very curious. I would love to talk to you, actually. I would love to talk to you about this. I would also love to fight you because the next time I'm in Nashville, why not try it out, right? It looks like a great time and pretty scary as well, but mostly just a fun time. Armor MMA, guys, check it out. I'm sure that this is going to grow, especially I think there needs to be a couple amendments to the rule set, but for right now, like, I mean, it's pretty cool. I know that I would love to just do 2 shields, just one on each arm. Let's fight with shields. Because, you know, boxing and shit. But armored MMA, give them a check. I imagine that this stuff is going to continue to get virality. It's going to continue to grow as older gentlemen like myself phase their way out of MMA and mainstream MMA, i.e. the UFC and things like that. You may see some crossover, especially if armored MMA gets some money behind it and can pay people well. But with that being said, armored MMA, awesome shit. Cool, guys. Keep up the good work. Keep putting on your shows and keep entertaining people. Grow the industry, guys. Grow the industry, make the industry better. Let's get more violent. Let's get more crazy. Let's have more fun. Join us at combatmatrix.com. We are helping the industry grow through helping fighters expand their resume within the industry. Fighters, we can't fight forever, but what we can do is we can learn how to help the industry grow, expand, and improve. Join us at combatmatrix.com. See you guys there.
Combat Matrix.